Hey guys, just wanted to do a video on my Shapeoko 3. It's the plain 3, not the XL or the XXL. So it's got the smaller footprint. And I recently acquired this, and I've been watching a lot of videos on setting it up, squaring it up, and general usage. And the one thing that I've been seeing is the multitude of methods that people are using to hold down their workpiece. The popular one seems to be the C channel, or the drilling 100 holes in your wasteboard, putting inserts in, and then making clamps, and then knobs or handles with a threaded rod that goes through the clamp into the insert and tightens it down that way. I honestly didn't like any of those that I saw, so I decided to make my own setup. I have actually cut a piece on it, and it works pretty well. So what I did is I went to the Saving Grace store, Home Depot, and I bought these. They come in 36-inch lengths, and this is half-inch square steel tubing. And I'm not sure what they call this, C channel maybe, but this also is 36-inch, Home Depot. That one actually still has the identification info on it. And there's a lot of drilling, a lot of tapping, so it takes a little patience. But what I did is I drilled out the half-inch square, and then I tapped the frame from the Shapeoko, and I screwed it right to the frame in 3 places, both ends and one in the center. And then every 2 inches I drilled through the top and the bottom and tapped that to 1/4 and that's where all the tapping comes in on both pieces. So then I took that C channel and I cut that to the proper length, drilled holes through each end of that, made them a little bit big in case my holes were off in the half-inch square, and then used these eye hooks, which are 1/4 also. Put a washer under here so they don't bind up when they get down to the bottom. And you can tighten all 4 corners up once your piece is underneath it, of course. And it really, really works well. It keeps it very tight to the wasteboard. No movement at all. I also put underneath the wasteboard in several places right across the center supports, so as that I didn't push the workpiece down and bow the wasteboard. So that prevents that problem. It was 1/2 inch exactly, actually, between the wasteboard and my makeshift workbench for now. So I am going to set a piece up here, and I'm going to cut something that I threw together real quick. I won't pain you through the entire cut, but I'll show you that it works pretty well. And if you're wondering about these wiring rigs I've got going on, I've had some disconnect issues. So I try to segregate the router cable and the data cable as much as I could. This is just for test purposes at this point. But yeah, let me get this piece mounted, and we'll continue. Okay, we're basically set up and ready to go. I know y'all are probably thinking, how well does that hold the wood down? It works. You can grab the piece of material that's under the clamps, and you can actually drag the Shapeoko across the work top, which is how I tested it. Also, if you're curious what I'm using, since I'm still learning this thing and I don't want to ruin decent wood, it's kind of embarrassing, but I use scraps of Pergo. And yeah, this is what I've been practicing on. So I don't care if I screw these up. And also about those clamps being metal, some people are probably wondering if the bit hits them, what's going to happen. And I guess we all know what's going to happen. It's going to be ugly. But as long as nothing goes crazy, which never happens on these, sarcasm of course, for the ease of how well this system has worked, I'm willing to take that risk. So it is what it is, and let me get this thing spinning up, and I'll show you a little bit of that, and then I'll show you the finished product. And this is just a quick design that I made in Carbide Create just to continue my testing. Nothing fancy, it's my initial, my wife's initial with a little bit of ornamentation. And there it is. As I said, nothing spectacular, just something to test the system with. And what I was saying about the hold down system that I designed, it works really well. So there's the finished piece. And in case you're curious, I just spray painted the piece of flooring just to give it something to make the cut stand out. So anyway, I just wanted to share my little adventure with the Shapeoko. Any questions, comments, complaints? Leave a comment and I'll get back to you. Thanks everybody. Have a great day.